The most egregious thing that the Catholic Church has ever proclaimed is the idea that your venial sins, for one, don't need to be confessed, and for two, they are washed away. When you go to church on Sunday and you receive the Eucharist, those things that you did to other people that aren't mortal sins, those things are just, you don't have to worry about them. You're forgiven, all that. That's the worst thing that the Catholic Church could ever have told anyone. Why is that? Well, because we now have evidence. We have near-death experiences. People that end up in the hospital, they end up dead, they get resuscitated, and they talk about their experience in the afterlife, in this divine realm where they see a bright white light or Jesus Christ himself. They have a life review, and in that life review, it's all about how they treated other people. It was all about love, and they come back saying they're no longer afraid of death because they now know the purpose of this life, and it's very simple. And so taking those experiences by the millions, 1 in every 25 people nowadays supposedly have had a near-death experience. If we take all of those and we think about it and we compare it to what religion tells us, it doesn't add up. It doesn't work. Religion tells us we need to go to church on Sunday. We have to do all of these things outward as if the kingdom of God was out there. And then the worst part, like I said, is that they tell you on top of all of, oh, yeah, the little things that you do to people, how you make them feel, how you love them or neglect to love them, and just your everyday interaction, those things, don't even worry about those. Sure, worry about them. They're not good, and they're going to lead you to mortal sin is what they'll tell you. Because again, what's the most important thing? Mortal sin. Why? Because it sends you to hell forever and ever and ever. And so that's the focus of the religion. And it was for me for the entire time I was Catholic. How can I avoid hell? Well, I got to do this and this to avoid. Or if I can't do these things, and if I do, I just need to go to confession. Again, this model, this recipe is a recipe for failure, and it's also a recipe to miss the entire boat, miss the entire purpose of this existence. The near-death experiences come back telling us it's all about love. It's all about how we treat each other. If I smile at a stranger and wave at them, and they smile back at me, that moment is a huge part of what these people come back telling us is the very purpose of this existence. And yet, Catholicism will tell you it's almost irrelevant. Sure, yeah, you go to church, you participate in all the sacraments, you do everything they tell you, and yes, and then, secondarily, go out there and try to be your best Jesus. But that's not what matters. Why? Because if you don't try to be your best version of yourself that is in line with what Jesus taught, what he called the sum of the law and the prophets, treating other people as you would want to be treated, that's not their focus. Why? Because they have this focus on eternal hell. And this is why I've said, so long as the Catholic Church or any religion has this idea that there are certain things that you can do that will lead you to eternal hell, they are completely distorting. Their message is a distortion from the true nature of reality. Because the true nature of reality is it is all about love. And how we interact with others, the little things we do are some of the biggest things in the afterlife. Because we don't see the ripple effect immediately. But it is all about that ripple effect of love that comes from your divine spark, from your actions and interactions with other people. That's the only thing that matters, is how you love or neglect to love others. So all of this religious debate that is never ending, all of that has nothing to do with the nature of reality. Now, again, some people are crazy enough to tell you that, all of these near-death experiences, those are demons that are leading these people to love more and live like Jesus Christ called us all to live. Those are demons because they lead you away from the truth of the religion. The institutionalized religion that tells you must do all these things outside of you, outside of the kingdom of God. You must do all these things so that you can feel secure and whole and complete. And if not, Well, you're a dirty little sinner by birth, and you are destined for the netherworld of the eternal barbecue pit. That's what they tell you. So you should live in fear. God forbid your child didn't get baptized. Oh my God, what is going to happen to their soul eternally? Father, please tell me. Well, this is what we believe, and this is what you should know. I don't even know what it is, but they used to believe in limbo. I don't think they do anymore. The whole thing is just ridiculous because it has already been simplified by Jesus Christ himself, which all religions revere as the highest prophet. They all respect what he said. We all resonate with it. It's very simple. And it makes sense that this life, as crazy and chaotic as it may be, it makes sense that this life is actually very simple. And it is all based in love. And no, that doesn't mean, oh, well, I think this is love, so is this love? No. Those are the discussions that humanity will have on the philosophical understanding of what love is. Sure, we can have those as it relates to some of these more complex scenarios, but at the end of the day, it is about love. Can't get around that because we have millions and millions of near-death experiences that tell us this. And so, problem is, if you try to bring this up to religious people, they haven't watched but like one or two, or if that, just barely even heard of what a near-death experience is. And it makes sense because most of those people are actually just looking to confirm what they already believe. They have this confirmation bias. They argue from the conclusion that makes them comfortable in their mind that they know what the nature of reality is, rather than setting their conclusion on truth and arguing to that conclusion. Most people will argue from their conclusion of what they've determined to be true, rather than arguing to that conclusion of truth. And so that's why they'll just ignore things like this. But you can go online. There are hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds that you can access daily. New ones coming out that are speaking exactly like Jesus Christ himself and eliminating this never-ending debate and the division amongst humanity that prevents us from uniting and rising, because we know that united we rise, divided we fall. And that's what the Raise Our Awareness Revolution is all about. It's humanity's roar, recognizing, no, we're done. We're done with being deceived. We're done with the complexities that the rulers of this realm have coerced and forced us into believing for thousands of years. We're done with all that. We just want to return to Jesus Christ and his original message because it's simple, it makes sense, preaches that the kingdom of God is within us. That's what life is about. Recognizing your divinity, stepping into that divinity humbly and responsibly as lions, not sheep. That's the cosmic transition that is happening right now inside of each and every one of us on our own time, at our own pace. It is happening. Whether you like it or not, you can make fun of that guy, Da Vinci the Truth, and the Raise Our Awareness Revolution. You can make fun of me all you want. This is happening whether you like it or not. This is just the manifestation of this reality of what is happening in our world. We are going to unite behind a singular spiritual understanding of the nature of reality. And that voice is not just going to be a voice, it's going to be a roar, because we are not sheep. We are divine lions that are ready to responsibly step into our divinity and live, coexist with each other in love and in the way that Jesus Christ came here and told us, essentially, that once we recognized it, the kingdom of God is at hand. It's here now. It's up to us to bring it here through our understanding of vibration and frequency and philosophies that are in line with what promote and foster lifestyles and an understanding of these deepest divine truths. And so that's where the world is going. That's I That's what I'm excited for. That's what many people are excited for. They understand. This has already been dubbed the Great Awakening. It's already happening. It's well underway. People understand this. And the message cannot be denied. There is no good rebuttal to humanity waking up. Because those of us that have experienced it, we know the truth. And we know the truth is within. We understand the laws of the universe, the hermetic principles, the energy centers within our bodies, the relationship between the two. We understand, as within, so without. Things that are like dirty words to religious people. We understand it's the spiritual path. It's what we are all called to do on our own time, in our own way. And it's refreshing, and it does make you the best version of yourself, from my experience and millions of other people. And that's why this is not going anywhere. This is what it is. And I look forward to the future. I look forward to being part of it. I look forward to working with all of you. Once again, I'm Da Vinci the Truth. This is Humanity's Roar, the Raise Our Awareness Revolution. Y'all take care. God bless. Love.